What is up, everybody? It's Dante Walton here. Today I'm going to react to episode 3 of X-Men 97, but before we get things started, make sure to leave a like, comment down below, subscribe for more content like this coming soon. Yeah, I'm excited to see where the show continues, because I've really been enjoying the show so far, honestly. It kind of exceeded my expectations. I liked the X-Men 90 series. Like I said, I kind of binge watched it, leading up to the show and all that. But this, I think it elevates it to a certain, I don't know, it's a little bit, I don't know, they're able to be a little bit more mature in certain things. Certain things they couldn't really touch on, in kids media back then, as clearly as they could now and all that. Especially since this is on streaming, they don't have to abide by any sort of guidelines or rules really. The art style and the action and the cinematography and all that's just excellent in my opinion. And I'm really intrigued at where the story's going to go. Last time we had Storm losing her powers. I don't know where she's going to be off to. Magneto is the leader of the X-Men. He was pardoned of all his crimes by the UN. And then at the end we see another Jean Grey showing up in the mansion. After the Jean Grey we've fallen just gave birth to Nathan Summers. Now I have a little bit of prior knowledge of comic stuff and all that. I don't really read the comics, to be honest, really. But I just know a little bit about the basics of certain storylines and all that. So I have an idea of what's going on with Jean Grey, but I don't know. I'm assuming it's going to be a clone or something, but who knows? It could be a shapeshifter or something, like Mystique. We haven't seen her yet or something, but I don't know. Well, I'm sure we're going to pick up where we left off last episode and see what's up with that whole thing, because that should be interesting. But yeah, without further ado, let's just jump in. That's the only way to know what's going to happen next, so let's go. Wait, Storm wasn't in there, wasn't she? Yeah. Maybe because she left X-Men. I like how they're updating it though, depending on who's in the team. I like how they're reanimating clips from the old show too. We just saw Lalandra there and all that.
Her mind is dead.
Whoa.
Vague and uncertain memories.
That's cool how she just has the blank face. And some of those were exact moments, or maybe all of them were exact moments from the 90s one. Research Senator.
Darling, are you all right?
This isn't gonna get confusing or anything. Let's call this mystery gal in the bed Jean Doe.
That's funny. Oh, Spiral. Okay. Oh, Mojo. I hope that they do a Mojo episode.
But the Jean that lies on this couch would appear to be the actual Jean
So
Grey.
that's the real Jean
What do you
Grey.
mean, the actual Jean Grey?
Jean Doe is older, the proper age. Yours, while identical, is not.
Our Jean is a clone.
Impossible.
I'm assuming she doesn't even know that she's a clone, right?
I have memories. Her mind is just fragments. Scott, tell them.
Does this mean Scott cheated on his wife? I know he didn't know, but still.
We just have to be sure.
Storm would have believed me.
Oh, come on. I mean, this is a weird circumstance. Wouldn't you need to be sure? Literally two of you are in here. Wouldn't you want to know who's the clone and who's the original?
Jean, I can take him.
He's fine. Beast tests won't change the fact that I'm Nathan's mother.
That's true.
You never could lie to me, Scott. But you always believed in me.
I don't know what to believe right now.
Just go.
Jean Grey. Are you Jean?
Hello? Who's there?
Answers.
Time band's looking slick, Beast. Must be ready soon. Future's calling.
Oh, okay, so maybe he will go back to the future. I'm wondering why he's back here though.
Time isn't some history book, man. It's always writing. Flipping back a few pages.
Yeah.
Rewriting things.
Hank, what's wrong?
Scientists, like artists, have signatures to their work. I know who cloned Jean. A man so dark and twisted he can be described as nothing other than
Sinister, yeah.
Most refer to me as
But why though? Why do you do this?
But you can call me Father.
Is that the That sounds like the same actor from the '90s one. Obviously, sounding older, but it works for the.
You are our son, Nathan.
Yes, that's why I made you. Baked you. Every cell in you belongs to me.
Jeez.
Time to wake up, my queen. My influence over your mind is flawless.
Jean Grey, or even clones of Jean Grey, they're always like getting taken over by certain things. Come on, she can't catch a break.
Mommy's busy.
Oh boy. Outfit change. It's like a twisted version, like the Sailor Moon transformation sequence.
Dark desire.
Yeah, I like that costume.
Let's look at the schedule and see who's up next. Looks like Magneto and Rogue have the Danger Room next. And all tomorrow too. Wow. Rogue's really training her stamina with the new
Don't say that.
The innuendos.
Go easy on him, pal. Think you just sent his hush puppies up into his stomach.
Damn, this show actually has like some adult innuendos and stuff.
Then there was Morph.
Oh, Mr. Sinister, he's the guy that kidnapped Morph too. I wonder if how this is gonna affect him.
Logan? Here. Need some help with those hard to reach spaces.
Always with the jokes, eh, Morph? As if we all
Oh wow. Like playing on all their insecurities, basically.
I found myself a real man.
Yeah, this turned into a horror movie. Whoa. Oh my. Look at that. That looks like something out of Junji Ito. Oh, his mom.
No, not you. Not again.
Oh yeah.
Nathan? No! This can't be good.
Oh my. I did not expect this episode to turn into a horror movie.
Your merits, my boy.
The animation is amazing though. What? I love how all this looks visually.
You abandoned me, Bishop. Where's
Oh yeah. Forgot her name, but like his partner in the feature.
This is not my son. Mutant freak.
Oh dear.
Okay.
I think one of us has the wrong floor.
This is freaky, but I love it.
What the heck is going on?
Haven't you figured it out? We're in hell.
Oh, this is Jean Grey's clone doing this maybe because she can like influence her
While I
mind.
share
Maybe?
Sinister's apparent affection for Dante's Inferno, I must ask how he's exerting this much power over our perceptions of reality.
No, this is cheat.
Yeah.
Beware the Jabberwock, my son. Not a Lewis Carroll fan.
Oh, I love how they work together.
Yo, Cyclops, hit me.
Man, this is literally like Marvel Ultimate Alliance right here. That's so cool. Oh man, charging up with a bunch of energy with that beam. Come on, Bishop. Let's see what you can do.
Time for an exorcism, punks!
Nice.
You're welcome.
Whoa. Demon Sentinel. Oh, the real Jean Grey is here.
Pathetic.
Sinister's controlling you. You don't have to do this.
Who am I? Say my name, Scott.
Oh.
I am beyond Jean Grey, beyond the X-Men. I am the Goblin
Okay.
Queen. This was just a taste of what waits for you if you follow. My suggestion? Don't.
I mean, I know she's like evil, but I mean, I might go with her, Scott. I've been all seriousness though, but why is she called the Goblin Queen though?
Sinister's the most evil man who ever existed. He was a scientist in the 1800s. Then he started cutting up mutants, stealing our DNA to enhance himself. He can even take away their will.
Yeah.
At last, the spawn of Scott Summers and Jean Grey. The combination of your parents' unique genetics makes your potential unlimited, your powers untold. But first, you must be made invulnerable.
Experimenting on a baby.
I knew you'd follow, Scott.
Fight, Sinister. Use the powers of your mind.
Oh, Magic.
Do not want to fight you, comrade.
I love Magic.
I want you to fight for
Last time we saw her, she was still a little girl. Like in the episode where Colossus was like the main focus.
Yes, my queen. I am
Oh, taking over Morph again. Oh man, and Morph kind of got a power upgrade here. Like he's way more formidable than he was in the original.
Give us the boy, you brimstone clone.
Oh snap! This is so cool. Oh. Like the camera looking for them, that was so cool. The action is so well directed.
Your telekinetic charm extends beyond mere metal.
Oh, she said, I'm better than you. You can just control metal, huh? Okay. Oh.
A villain playing dress up is a hero. I should have you as a toy.
This better not awaken anything in me.
She's awakening something in me.
I didn't want it.
Don't worry. You'll bleed too, darling.
She's intimidating.
Remember who you are, what you mean to us. To me.
I mean all that to you.
More.
Scott! He's in danger. I have to go.
Your body is in no condition.
Beast, please. My body won't be an issue. This ends now.
Oh, snap. Mind battle. Oh, that's how it looked kind of like in the 90s series with like the outline look, but it looks way cooler here.
Took my face, my husband, my family, and now my mind. Enough violation! I was Phoenix. Me! Power
Yeah.
incarnate! Power? Is that all you can remember?
Is she here?
Oh, how they first met.
Mom and Dad called you to help fix me. They say I think too much.
Don't worry. All I do is think too.
I remember this. It felt like the first day of
Yeah.
the rest of my life.
I love these type of episodes where you go through the journey of their mind.
Watch out! My best friend. She died. Weakened our gifts. Please, let me help you. Can you tell me who I am? Can you say which of these memories are yours? We are what we remember. And you remember nothing. You are nothing!
I love how Jennifer Hill is playing like both of these versions of Jean Grey. It's really good. She is a great choice to voice her in the series, in my opinion. No disrespect to Catherine Disher, but I really like Jennifer Hill's portrayal.
Nathan, how could I forget? He's more than a memory. He's a living reminder of the purest love two people can share. And no one can ever take that away from you. Let's go save Nathan.
Alright. I don't know if she's gonna be a full-blown like hero or anything, but it makes sense she'd want to save Nathan at least.
What? Impossible.
You stay away from our son!
Fools. You have doomed the boy.
But what exactly was he trying to do to him?
Nathan.
Ooh.
You monster! What have you done?
Did he cause that, or was he trying to prevent that? That reminds me of that virus. Yeah, it happened like in the '90s show or something similar to that.
Nathan to it in the hopes of making him invincible. Sinister's variant is too advanced. It could take months, even years, to develop a cure.
So he purposely gave him that so he can...
So what you're saying is not here, not in our time. But what if there's a cure in yours, Bishop? In the future?
Closing the time loop here.
This band only got enough juice for Nathan and I.
Meaning, we can't go with you.
I won't be like my father.
Oh, yeah.
I won't abandon my son.
That was a crazy storyline too with like Scott and his dad.
Don't any of you know how it feels to be abandoned? I won't have him feel that. I can't be a part of this.
Yeah, this must be really hard for him. Because his own dad, like, he was like taken by aliens or whatever, and he assumed that Scott had just died, so he didn't come back for him. And he felt abandoned by him because of that, you know. And he grew up in an orphanage.
But you are perfect, my baby. No, in our time here, we thought about you endlessly. We love you so much, Nathan. But owe you nothing less than the best possible future.
Man, Scott really didn't want to see his son off though, but really? I mean, I get it's hard for him, though.
This is your home too. How much do you remember? Most everything. Then you know how much I've wanted to go. To start a new life. We don't know when Sinister switched us. Who really was the Phoenix?
Oh.
Which of us married Scott?
Huh. I didn't think of it like that. I thought it had happened recently. Yeah, never mind.
My next life will be mine. Take care.
Alright, so one Jean Grey actually does leave the X-Men, the other one stays behind.
Madeline Pryor.
Madeline Pryor. I don't know where she got that name from, but okay. Well, what's Scott? I'm assuming he's probably going to stay, since like one of the genes at least is there and his son is gone, you know.
Shame about the weather.
Oh, Forge.
But I wouldn't give if someone could just make it rain.
Speak plainly. Who are you?
Name's
Oh, they never
Forge,
met?
Storm.
Well, I guess probably didn't.
I'd like to help you get back what you've lost.
Because in the 90s when he was like the leader of X Factor, was it? Or was it X Force? I think it was X Factor. But man, okay, that was a really interesting episode. It got a little intense there and all that, but I did enjoy it though. Alright, so that was episode 3 of X-Men 97. Man, that was a good episode. The show definitely doesn't feel like a kid show anymore. And yeah, that makes sense. Like, because a lot of the audience like aged up and all that. I'm sure like new kids will try to watch it too. It's not like totally inappropriate or anything, but it has like more suggestive content and all that, and definitely a lot more mature themes that they tackle on. I feel like, or taken on in like a more serious way, with like things kind of like, I don't know, like the whole sequence where like all these nightmares are happening around everybody. You kind of put in everybody's insecurities and all that. Like Gambit seeing like Rogue and Magneto like in the office, they're basically naked. Wolverine was naked too in this episode. But like yeah, playing on the insecurity of like Rogue. Now he feels like Rogue doesn't really want to be with him because like she always said, "Oh, I could touch" and all that, but he feels like, "Oh, well, you want to be with Magneto," because for some reason like they were able to touch hands. And we had like a little electric spark or whatever, so some sort of electromagnetic reason, I guess, why they can like touch hands, I guess. I don't know. So he feels insecure about that. He's taking it like really personally, and yeah, apparently they did have like some sort of past relationship, so maybe he has some sort of reason, like a good reason for that. I don't know. I don't know if their relationship's really going to continue or not. Then Morph, like, yeah, with Mr. Sinister making a reappearance. He's the one that basically took Morph and like turned him against the X-Men and like messed with his mind and all that. So yeah, he felt like a sort of way about that. And he even like transformed into the way Morph looked like after he was being under control from Mr. Sinister with like the big like spots under his eyes, the dark spots and all that. So that was pretty interesting. And for Sunspot, like, yeah, like he saw like his mother coming out of the TV and like expressing disappointment, like, oh, you're not my son, you're a mutant and all that stuff like that. He said like, yeah, he doesn't even want to tell his parents, like he doesn't even want to be himself and all that. He feels ashamed of his mutant powers, which is something we've seen a lot for these characters. But yeah, Madeline Pryor, as we know, that's her new name. Again, I don't know where she came up with that name or what's the story behind that. I don't know if we will learn or not. But yeah, she was a really interesting character, the clone of Jean Grey. And again, yeah, I didn't think about it. I thought she had recently been cloned and all that, but we don't know when they were switched out. So we don't even know how much of what we thought was Jean Grey was actually her or not. That's really interesting, actually. Like, which one did Scott... I don't know. Was Scott, like, really in love with and all that? Like, we'll probably never know. But she was really interesting. Her character design and costume was interesting to me. Sorry, I gotta compose myself here. But yeah, I liked the way her personality and the acting from Jennifer Hale was really good. The action scene in like that chapel or whatever it was really cool. Like the stained glass and all that, and how like she was basically taunting Magneto, like, oh, you can only control metal, huh? Well, I can control basically anything. She shot the bits of glass at him and all that, and it's like cutting him and all that. That was really cool. Yeah, the show's actually showing blood and all that, which is interesting. Obviously, the original show wasn't really that violent or anything. Like, people weren't really usually punched that much. Actually, if you go and watch it, sometimes things happen off screen, or sometimes it's like, oh, you got hit by some sort of blast and fell down or something like that. But usually, people aren't like actually like seriously injured, or like there's not like a lot of physical contact, you know. So obviously times have changed and like restrictions have like loosened and all that. And plus, since this is on streaming, they don't have to worry about anything like that. They can do as much or as little as they want, so that's really cool to see. And I feel like it doesn't go like too overboard with like there are some like sexual innuendos that we heard and all that, but it's not like, it doesn't go like overboard, like, okay, this is needlessly adult or whatever. It's a good blend in my opinion. But yeah, I love episodes where like you go back in someone's mind and revisit memories and all that happened in WandaVision, which I love that episode. It happened in like Gen V. I love that episode as well. It happens in a lot of things, but it was really cool. Like Jean Grey and Madeline like go and revisiting like, I'm just gonna say their past, you know, because like I said, they don't know like which memories are which really, or who did what. So like, their past of like meeting Professor Xavier, and she said it was the first day of her like the rest of her life and all that. She found someone who understands what she's going through. They have like the same sort of telekinetic, telepathic powers and all that. So that was really nice to see, and seeing like, yeah, that her powers awoken after her best friend was killed. That was really interesting. And yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with specifically Storm and Forge. I guess they might not have met, but Forge appeared like a good amount of times throughout the original series. He was the leader of that team. I want to say it was X Factor. So yeah, I wonder how he can help Storm, or what he's gonna do there. I don't know. Actually, I'm really curious about that, because I saw that they took Storm out of the intro, like at her own like title card or whatever. I like how they're like adding and subtracting people based on who's like a member, and I wonder if Bishop is gonna be there. Because it seems to me like he just went back to the future. And took Nathan with him, which people that know which character Nathan actually is. So it's interesting how they're going to tie that in, because they've met that character in like the original show and they've interacted with him multiple times. So I wonder if they're going to be like, what? That was my son? But I understand Scott's. And what exactly was... let me see if I got this right. Mr. Sinister was... He purposely gave him that virus so you can try to make a way for Mr. Sinister himself to become immune to it. I'm guessing that's what he did, right? Because he likes to, like, I don't know, experiment on mutants to make himself powerful. So it seems like that's what he did. And by them taking it early, maybe, I don't know, maybe Mr. Sinister was going to just create an all-out immunity and maybe help other people. I don't know. Or maybe he was going to cure Nathan after he's done with all that. I don't know. So I don't know if it was like right to just take him out there or wait to see what he's going to do. But I totally understand. Like, your kid's in that tube. Get him out of there. Let's go. But yeah, they got to send him to the future. I understand Scott saying, I don't want to be a part of this. He doesn't want to feel like how, like he's abandoning his son, kind of like his father did. Forgot the name of his dad. He was like a hero that he interacted with, and he didn't know that's his father. So it's going to be curious to see how Nathan deals with that. And does he know? Like, I wonder if he knows who his parents are or not. And how he's going to react when he finds out. Like, his true backstory and all that. So, yeah, really curious to see what all happens next. But another really good episode, in my opinion, with some great art. Oh, the art, especially in the nightmare sequence, was so twisted and weird, but I loved it. Kind of reminded me of Junji Ito artwork. Really cool, actually. It was. I wonder how many people are going to be freaked out by that, or people that can't really handle it, or weren't expecting something so horrific or looking. And I definitely wasn't, but I'm totally down for the weirdness of it all. So, yeah, continue to really enjoy this episode and the show. I mean, but leave any thoughts you have on this episode and my reaction down below, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye.